Alright guys, so welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video we are going to be looking at a gaming controller that you can use on your PC but also on your Android phone. So today we are looking at the Gamesir G4. Alright, so it shows you right off the bat, this is the packaging that it comes in. It's this very clear, looks like a display box, and actually I don't think it would look bad to keep it in this display box because it kind of looks like a trophy, like, you know, you accomplished something by getting this. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and look at accessories. This should be pretty quick because there's not a whole lot of accessories involved. Simply put, the only cable that you get is a micro USB cable. That is how you charge this controller, and it gets, I've noticed, probably somewhere between like 10 to 12 hours on a full charge, which is pretty decent. Okay, so the only other true accessory it comes with, as you can see, it has the built-in mount for your phone. Right underneath here in the bottom is where you pull out the little USB dongle. Now this is for PC use. That's how you get to use this controller wirelessly with your PC, and with the PC it works flawlessly. In fact, it uses X input, so it basically treats this like it's a wireless Xbox One controller, and all you have to do is plug it in and drivers are instantly found. You don't have to do anything else. I did also find out with this USB dongle you can use it in the Nvidia Shield TV and some of the Android boxes that you can use on TV as well to use this portably. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is we're going to talk about the design of it. As you can see, it turns on, has all these beautiful pretty colors. It looks very much like an Xbox controller. In fact, I think that's pretty much what's designed about. So if you're used to that, you'll know that this is where the analog sticks are. The D-pad, the D-pad's really the only thing I would say is the thing I didn't like about it as far as the design goes, because it's very slick. I like to have a better feel whenever you're playing with it, but the analogs feel great, the trigger buttons feel amazing, and the textured grip on the side makes it really comfortable to hold. Now there's not a whole lot of weight to this at all, so design wise it's very clean. I like the black with the shiny chrome accents, the slight gray look. I mean, everything about it is really nice. And also underneath the clamp you have the turbo button as well. You just hold the turbo button and select which buttons you would want to have a turbo feature. So for those of you that are playing games where it's like fighting games, it kind of gives you the edge by doing that. Alright, so what I want to start off with is the Android side of things. I did find, like, my phone fit perfectly. You can see this extends out pretty well. It does also come with an attachment if your phone is even slightly bigger, but I didn't have to use that. My phone fit good. It had a grip in here. It never fell out. As you can see, that's as far back as it goes, but you can kind of angle it up if you want to. When your phone's in here, it does add a little bit of weight, so you can kind of feel it going. It's not bad. I mean, but I guess maybe it kind of depends on the phone that you have. But anyway, it's something to know. Like if you're playing, you're going to have some weight this way. In fact, if you lay it this way with your phone, it's going to kind of pull it to tip it over. So how does it work? How good is it with your Android device? Now, I do want to start off with this. Normally, I'll say instruction booklets you don't need. They're not really important. That's not the case with this controller. You actually need it because you have to know, alright, so to turn it on to use on Android, I need to hold the power button and the B button at the same time for 2 seconds. And you have to hold the power button and the A or X button to be able to get it to be in PC mode. So it's important that you look at the instruction booklet just for that. Now obviously once you know it, you don't need to go back to it. With Android, I'll say right off the bat, using it wirelessly in Bluetooth mode, there is a slight noticeable lag. With some games that's not necessarily a big deal, but with some it's pretty important that when you push it, you immediately need the reaction right then. So with Android using Bluetooth mode, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, like really at all, especially like playing the old emulators and the old Mario and the Sonic, the old classic games, like where you immediately had to jump to avoid hitting certain things. It just didn't play well. But there is a workaround for that. If you have an OTG cable, you can simply plug the controller into your phone, and then that fixed everything. Like I immediately had immediate reaction to. If I hit the button, it instantly reacted to what I was trying to do. So that's just important to know. If you plan on using this for your phone and you plan on using it in Bluetooth mode, I don't recommend buying it for that. And another thing to point out, this controller retails for $79.99, but right now on Amazon I think it's like $39.99, and for that price it's great. For $80 it's way overpriced. I think $40 is about where it needs to be, especially considering that you can use it on your Android phone and your PC. So speaking of PC, this is where I honestly think it's well worth it, because an Xbox One controller is pretty damn expensive. And this controller also has the vibrating motors into it as well, so you get the exact same feel as if you're using the Xbox One controller, and you're only going to pay about half as much. Now wirelessly with PC games there was no lag, it was instant, everything was smooth, I had no issues at all. I mean, it just worked beautifully. And the design of this, honestly, again, I cannot get past the lighting up colors of the buttons. Obviously I'm a sucker for lights, so as soon as this thing lit up, I was sold. It's a matter of what it is you're going to use it for. If you're looking for a controller that you want to use wirelessly with your Android device, I suggest you pass. If you're looking for a controller that you can use on your Android device, if you're going to use a cable and you want to be able to use this wirelessly with your PC, it's kind of a no-brainer for the price. I'll show you guys right now, just see if you're used to seeing a PS4 controller, this is it next to it. It's very comparable in size. Again, it is very much like the Xbox One controller, so if you're used to that, this will just feel natural. So anyway, that is a different product to bring to you guys and to talk to you guys about. If you do have any questions, just let me know below. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.